What's up, Unbroken Nation? Hello, my friends. I'm Michael Unbroken, host of the Think Unbroken podcast and founder of thinkunbroken.com. And I'm honored to be your trauma coach and mentor because I believe that everyone is capable of getting unstuck, cultivating self-love, and becoming the hero of their own story. I believe that when implemented correctly, the practical tools and education you will receive from this show will help you lead an unbroken and extraordinary life. I believe that no matter what we come from, that we all have the ability to choose ourselves first, to create and manifest a powerful and grace-filled future and love the reflection in the mirror. I believe that every day is a day to grow, learn, heal, and change. That's why I started my company, thinkunbroken.com, which is an online training and healing and personal growth platform where you get everything that I know about how to get motivated, be accountable, get out of the vortex, and become the hero of your own story through community, connection, and commitment. For more information, visit thinkunbroken.com. Please listen closely as you may learn just one thing that will help you be unbroken. And please share this episode with at least 3 of your friends because we all need community and connection in our healing journey. And be sure to DM me and tag me on Instagram at Michael Unbroken so that I can say hi. I just want to thank you again for being a part of this, for listening and being a member of the Unbroken Nation. Now, let's get into today's show and make the world unbroken.
Adaptation. Put the victim to bed and wake the hero instead. Wesley Chapman. Adaptation. A change or the process of change by which an organism or species becomes better suited to its environment. Change happens when you become who you are. The process of change begins with a series of adaptations and new understandings of yourself in your environment. Until now, you have adapted to trauma by learning to navigate the harshest of circumstances. You have waded through the darkest and deepest waters only to surface without a lighthouse or buoy in sight. You have had to learn to adapt to the cold, frigid water, the dark nights, and isolation. As a child, you adapted to violence, fear, hate, pain, suffering, and being disregarded by the people who were supposed to protect you. As an adult, those same adaptations have kept you afloat until now. You are at a crossroads and being faced with new environments, most of which are based around the choices you make. In those choices, new adaptations will begin to emerge, and you will need to learn to navigate them as you did when you were young. The difference between now and then is that you have a choice in all of the events that happen in your life, even the way that you adapt to them. One of the hardest adaptations that I have had to make is in my core values and choosing to be honest at all times, at least as honest as I can be. My earliest adaptation was in becoming a masterful liar, and through choice and understanding the impact that I have on my environment, it became clear that my lies were not only hurting the people around me, but they were destroying my life. My adaptation from award-winning liar to becoming viciously honest with myself and the world was an adaptation that took years. This was the same as my self-talk, diet, exercise, self-care routines, and behaviors in relationships. The foundations for this adaptation were in mindset, choice, and an unfathomable vulnerability with myself. This will likely look very similar to your new adaptations. So I'm going to go off the cuff a little bit here because I think this is an important place for me to interject something. I didn't add a becoming unbroken exercise here, and as I've sat with this book for a while and read this chapter a few times again and again thinking about was this complete, I recognized that it's not necessarily that this is not a complete chapter, but I want to add something. People are often seeking this idea of that moment in which they recognize, like, wow, my life has changed. Something is different. Suddenly, I'm that thing that I always hoped that I would be. And the truth is, one of the things you have to understand is that that is occurring every single day that you are moving towards the life that you want to have. Every single day that you show up for yourself and you do the work. You talk to yourself kindly, you go to the gym, you eat well, you write, you meditate, you journal, whatever those things are, as long as you are doing them, that is a part of the adaptation process. And in time, what will happen is you'll notice that these things that used to be seemingly unfamiliar or maybe made you nervous or uncomfortable are now a part of who you are. That's why in the previous chapter I talked about routines, because the more you stick to those routines that are health-based, the more adaptation will start to take place. And in that shaping, one day you will notice, wow, things are totally different. I feel like that person that I've wanted to be. Stop looking for this idea that one day, one thing will automatically define all of the work that you've been doing. Because I will tell you this, after years and years of doing this work, that's just not how it is. There's never going to be a singular moment in time in which it all comes together and manifests into this beautiful understanding of, I'm healthy, I'm healed, I am complete. But if you look for it in little bits and pieces every single day in everything that you do, then you start to notice. And one of the things that people ask is, well, how do you know that it's different? Compare yourself in 6 months to where you are right now, this moment. If you step into this and you make the choice that you're going to go down the path of Think Unbroken and take these principles and these ideas and these concepts and leverage them to have the life that you want, from this moment forward, that becomes your measure. I've said it before, the only measure that you have for success is a self-defined narrative. And in 6 months from now, if you stay the course, if you do these things, then you will notice adaptation has started to take place because you're showing up for yourself, you're honoring yourself, and most importantly, you're creating the change that you've desired.
Unbroken Nation, hope that you just got a tremendous amount of value from today's episode. I want to know what you think. Please do me a favor and review, rate, and share the episode with 3 friends on social media today. It would mean the world if you did, because ultimately at the end of the day, creating community and connection is how we heal generational trauma in the world. And I need your help to do that, Unbroken Nation. So if you're on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you are, please like, comment, share, review. I want to know not only what you like about the show, but how I can make the show better, how I can make this further about helping you on your healing journey. So do me a favor, and when you do, shoot me a screenshot of you making the review to my DM at Michael Unbroken on Instagram so that I can have a conversation with you, say hi, and more importantly, so I can share it with the Unbroken Nation. Thank you so much, my friend.